Hi, guys. So, I want to have a long conversation about what goes on in the salon, how important shampooing is, how important it is for you to shampoo your hair at home in between salon appointments, how important it is for you to get a good shampoo at the salon. I find that Black women specifically, I don't know, because I don't do nobody else's hair. All I do is Black women's hair, is that they come to the salon for more than just a hairstyle. They want to leave feeling good, but they want, they can't, how do I put it? They're not going to go to therapy. They'll go get their hair washed. Like, too many times I hear people say when they're getting their hair washed, this is what I came for. And this is why I teach my stylists. Like, the style doesn't begin with the style, it begins at the shampoo bowl. And if you can't get that right, then nobody's gonna trust you. Nobody's coming back. Because I think when Black women, if you can do a good shampoo on them, they automatically just trust you just for GP. And what I like to do is I like to use the balls of my fingertips, like in massage, like the hair follicle. We always complain about our hair being dry, but really our hair is being blocked by a lot of oil, product buildup, et cetera. And a deep cleanse is going to require you to really go to the base of that hair bulk and release that buildup. When she comes from the shampoo bowl, her hair should be clean. 9 times out of 10, you're not going to get it done in that first shampoo. So it does take at least three. Now, what I'm doing now is I call this the fourth quadrant. I made that up, but I'm not sure how true that is. But with black hair, when they put on product, it's like that corner called quadrant, like the back left hand side is where all the buildup just kind of sits. And when a stylist is shampooing your hair, if they don't get that area, it will just build up. I don't know if it has to do with how you're applying the product or I don't know, but in all my clients, that area right there in the back always seems to have a lot of buildup. So after I shampoo, I want to always make sure that I rinse completely. The first shampoo is with the first couple of shampoos is with the Remedy Detox, and I only need a little bit. Um, you don't have to use half the bottle because once the hair is clean, the less product you should have to use. And you see how it's foaming up and soapy. If you're using shampoo that's not foamy and soapy, in, then it's you need to find you need you need to call me. Um, there's a lot of talk about like is shampooing good for the hair? My theory is like the hair is part of the body. So just like you clean your body, like the hair, it needs to be clean, not conditioned, not coated. It needs to be clean. That's why a lot of black women struggle with their natural hair because in my on my channel I talk a lot about shampooing because if you're not able to shampoo your hair really good and get a good cleanse, then the whole thing is a wrap. It's a wrap. So here's the third shampoo, I believe. And the goal is like I should be able to do what she can't do at home. Like I should be the salon experience should be totally separate than what she does at home. Now I do recommend that my customers shampoo their hair in between shampoo, in between salon appointments. Like at least shampoo it one time. Because I find that when women are able to shampoo their hair in between salon appointments, they're just happier with their hair, period. And they're not looking for the stylist to have all the answers and you're involved in your hair. Most people who struggle with hair loss and their hair is not progressing and they're not happy with their hair, 9 times out of 10, they don't have the at home routine. And so, with that being said, when I have a customer that has a lot of hair or she's unhappy or her hair is not making progress, I'm going to always discuss with her what her home routine is like. Like, what are you doing at home? Number one question: how often do you shampoo? Do you shampoo once a week? Do you shampoo twice a week? Any, I find that the people who say they shampoo their hair less than twice a week, they're always complaining about their hair being dry. People who shampoo their hair once a week, they rarely complain. If they're complaining about something, it's something beyond what we can discuss at the salon. But people who wash their hair once a week, they're generally happy. So that is my whole strategy is to get everybody to that place. Like, how do I get you to a place where you can wash your hair once a week? Most people, when they say they can't wash their hair once a week, it's usually because of time or they feel like their hair is like unmanageable. Well, I tell them washing your hair once a week is what the hair requires. Anything, okay, let me break it down like this. So we lose up to 150 to 150 strands a day. But if your hair is curly or you wear it in protective styles, where are those hairs going to go? Where are they going to go? Are they going to fall out? No. Other races, everybody loses a certain amount they shed naturally. But other races, their hair can just fall to the ground. Like, they can shake their hair or brush their hair and the hair can come out. But with our hair being curly, the hair stays locked in. So if you have a protective style or you haven't combed your hair out, instead of those hair shedding, they're kind of wrapping around the other hairs. So if you wash your hair once a week, you can easily kind of pull the hair out and you will get little to no shedding. But every week or every day after that, you're getting more hair. The hair is building up. So if you wait 2 weeks, it's going to be harder because you have more hair built up. If you wait 3 weeks, you have more hair build up. So like, if you wait 3 weeks to wash your hair and you're not releasing that hair at the root, let me tell you what you're doing. You're telling your hair you want it to be locked because that's what locks are. Locks are the hair is built up to where it can't, it's not released. They just keep it in the hair. But if you don't want your hair locked, you're actually telling your hair to lock, and then that's why it's so hard to shampoo. So if you get on a weekly regimen of washing your hair once a week, the hair will not build up, and therefore, ta-da, your hairstyles will be a lot easier, and it'll be easier to detangle, and you won't. Now, what this is the question: what am I going to do with my hair if I wash it once a week? If you wash it once a week, I have a video on the 3 styles in different styles, and I'll get into that in another video. But what to do your hair with your hair if you wash it once a week. Now, in her case, I did a lot of the detangling at the shampoo bowl. So what am I doing? I'm pulling the hairs out. Now she comes to me once every 2 weeks, but her hair is when it's straight, she's able to comb it. That's another thing. When she gets a silk press, I always tell my customers to brush their hair because that's what you're doing. You're brushing your hair and you're like releasing these hairs that even if it's not in there curly, you're helping your hair. So her hair is very manageable. Um, Coming every 2 weeks. So before I blow dry, I have to section it in 4 sections, make sure that the hair is combed out so that as I'm blow drying, I'm not tugging, I'm not pulling, but making the hair easier to manage as I'm blow drying. When I'm blow drying, what I'm looking for is a nice, clean blow dry. People ask me about heat protectant. What about heat protectant? I actually am not a fan of the heat protectant because I find that the cleaner the hair, the better. Because if I put oils or creams or anything on the hair and it's smoking, once I add that heat, it's going to increase the heat factor on the blow dryer or the flat iron. Because once, if you have oil, creams, or anything on your hair while you're blow drying it, the blow dryer is going to melt it. And what happens when you add oil or cream to heat? It's gonna melt it. That's not what I'm trying to do with the hair. Now I do use oils, but not with heat. Not with heat. In some cases, now I'm gonna tell you, my mother, I do go over her house every week and do her hair. She's 83, but she's like, I need some oil. So at that point, I do. I put the oil on her hair. She loves it. It gives a nice shiny curl, and for that roller set, crispy look, it's great. But a lot of my clients, when they get silk pressed, they want it to be flowing and free. So the less product that I use on it, the better. Leave me in the comments if you like a nice heat protectant. I'm not a fan, but that doesn't mean that it doesn't work. That's one thing I do know. I don't know everything. And because I'm dealing with so many different people, so many different clients, that it's okay for you to like what you like. But I am interested if anybody uses a heat protectant and what they use. Now, when you see that I'm blow drying, do you see that there's no smoke? Number one, I did a really good cleanse on her hair. She doesn't have, my customers do not have buildup on their scalp at all. The first thing I'm going to say is if customers complain about them having dry scalp, buildup on their scalp, I'm going to first go for a deep cleanse. Not just a deep cleanse, but a consistent deep cleanse. Like you can't do it just one time. That's just like cleaning your house one time. No, once you clean something, your job is to make sure that you follow up on it and you stay consistent with it. In her case, as you see, I'm blow drying. I don't like to see smoke. Like if your hair is if you are getting your hair blow dried or you're blow drying your own hair and you see smoke, that means there's buildup left on the hair. You need to go back to the shampoo bowl. Maybe you just putting too much oil on the hair, but there should be no smoke. Smoke is not a sign. When we was young, remember, smoke was a good sign. You like, I have to see smoke. But when you think about it, it should be no smoke involved when you're doing your hair. So let's normalize no smoke. And just okay, I'm sorry, I'm going backward, but in the salon, they will be like we got 16 girls that work in there. So of course somebody's hair is gonna be smoking. And the looks that we give these girls when somebody's hair is smoking, like if you don't take her back to the shampoo bowl and clean her hair real good, and the stylist is looking like, I did as much as I could. So smoke is not good. And what we do in the salon as far as cleaning the hair is what should be done at home too. You will see your hair totally turn around. Like when I'm doing when I created the gray hair reset, it's all about cleansing the hair, and nobody talks about that, because most of the people who are talk hair channels and selling hair products, they don't do hair. They're not they're not doing 80 people a week. So for me to be in the salon doing 80 people a week, trust and believe, I have to have a system. I have to have a system. Now, my system is cleanse, condition, blow dry, straighten. It should take me, in her case, even with the amount of hair she has, it should take me 45 minutes to do her hair if we're not talking, because we be talking a lot. But it should take me 45 minutes to do her hair from start to finish. I've been doing her hair a long time, so there was a time where I would put them under the dryer. I never left. I've been doing hair for years. People would people put people under the dryer, then go to lunch. I would never do that. But so now I just get it all done in one shot. That's the beauty of doing natural hair. I don't have to um, send her to the dryer. There's no reason why she can't be done in an hour. My customers that I do weekly, like in her case, she's a regular. It should take me 45 minutes. But if somebody comes every couple months, it could take me um, anywhere between an hour and 20 minutes. It takes me a little longer when they don't straighten the hair because her hair, I straighten her hair every 2 weeks. Um, her hair is heat trained. Now, in her case, we through the summer we were um, silk pressing her hair, and it got too too heat trained, too heat trained. It got too straight, and when you heat train the hair and then whenever the routine changes, this is good. Listen to this. Whenever your routine changes, that's when the texture of the hair changes. So we were silk pressing her hair, and then she was like, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to keep straightening my hair. I want to take a minute and start twisting it. Now, as a stylist, I can recommend that, but it's better when you are aware of your own hair. And I'm telling you this, like, if you go to a stylist, and she's a great stylist, 'cause I consider myself a great stylist, but it's still your hair. And you make a decision, like, I don't want to silk press it no more. Let's come up with something else so that we can get a hair to break. The stylist might not always recommend that, only just because we are working and, we just want to make sure that you're happy. But if you see your hair is going south, it's your job to say, I want to, switch up how I do this. That's perfectly okay. It's perfectly okay. And she took a break. She started shampooing her hair at home. We started doing twist sets. Her hair grew in. It takes about a year for your hair to like turn around. So if it once you change the routine, it's growing in differently. We're slowly trimming off the ends. It'll be replaced in no time. But if you're not shampooing regularly, you're not trimming the ends every couple months, then the hair is going to stay stuck in the same place. Um, I use this video because I am so proud of her because her hair goes through different changes, but whenever she's ready, she knows what she wants. And she makes, she tells me, and this is what I want to teach y'all in this channel. I want y'all to be able to communicate to the stylist. Now, there's one thing that you're going to get your hair styled because, you want to switch up your look, but it's another thing if you have a regular stylist and she's there to help you help your hair better. There's still some things that you should know on your own. Still some things that you should be able to do at home. You still be at peace. A lot of people will ask me, is my hair healthy? What kind of texture do I have? I don't care what kind of texture you have. I don't care what your hair look like. If you don't like your hair and you're not happy with your hair, then it's not healthy. Because it's more than how it looks and how it feels. It's a mindset behind it. It's how you feel about it. Hair, it's your hair. It's how you feel. So you can't come to me, and I feel like that's kind of like, what's it called? You like dry begging, like asking me is your hair healthy? Do you think your hair healthy? Don't ask me. Like, what do you think? Because hair can be whatever. Like she likes her hair silk pressed, so her hair is heat trained. Maybe one day she don't want to wear silk press no more. She just want to focus on the curl. Is that bad? No, that's not bad. That's what she wants at the time, and that works for her. But she should be able to have the option to switch. She should have the option to change her mind. She should have the option to say, this isn't working for me. I want to do something else. There's no rules. This is your hair. But when you're in tune with it, you can help, you can make the choices to do what you need to do. So again, I do straighten twice. I go one time and just I blow dry, I straighten, then I go in and polish and to make sure that the roots are straight and make sure that it's one time through. So I'm doing one pass through, then another pass through, and then we're done. If she wants curls, because it does need to be silked out. Okay, so I sped up this video a little faster just so I can get through the end. But the moral of the story is this is why I started the gray hair reset, so that the customer can learn how to manage their hair at home in between salon appointments. I know you love your stylist and we love you too, but I find that our job is so much easier when the customer is happy and the customer is involved directly with their hair and can make choices. So all my videos is teaching you how to learn to love your own hair so that when you come to the salon, it's just a better process. So if you have any questions on how you can find the gray hair research, or you have any questions for me, make sure that you leave a comment in the like, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching again. Let me know if this kind of content works for you. Because if not, I would love to just talk about hair all day long. So leave a comment that lets me know if this is something that interests you or not. All right. Thank you.